These are the 10 biggest differences between Argentina and Brazil.
Always boats on the beaches.
The two South American giants. This will be a very difficult comparison. And I love both countries after having spent more than 1 month in each country.
Carnaval do Brasil! Vamos!
Welcome to Argentina!
My name is Gusto Roasted. I've visited almost every country in the world, and I spent around 5 weeks in Argentina and 5 weeks in Brazil in total over multiple visits. These are the 10 biggest differences that I have encountered on my visits. 1. Language. In Argentina they speak Spanish.
Claramente.
And in Brazil they speak Portuguese.
Eu gosto dos Estados.
While Spanish is the dominant language in Argentina, there are many other languages spoken in the country. They include Italian, which is the second most spoken language in Argentina, Quechua, mainly spoken by Bolivian immigrants who settle in northern Argentina, and Guarani, mainly spoken in the province of Corrientes. The primary language in Brazil is Portuguese, which is spoken by 98% of the people in Brazil. It is the language of government, of education, and of almost every element of daily life.
Patreon.
I'm from Brazil.
There are, however, around 219 different languages spoken in Brazil, including 202 indigenous languages. As a fun fact, German is actually the second most widely spoken language in Brazil. Around 3 million people, mostly in southern Brazil, speak both Brazilian Portuguese and German. I would say there's a bigger chance you can use English in Argentina than you can use English in Brazil.
Because no one there speaks English, so...
I'm an English teacher.
But both countries prefer speaking in their native languages, that's for sure.
Hola.
Argentina!
Brazil.
2. Population. Argentina has around 46 million people,
El Rey.
and Brazil has 217 million people.
É o melhor, com
Sou
certeza. Só o Brasil.
So there are almost 5 times more people in Brazil.
Beautiful landscape, like we do in Brazil.
Argentina has a racially and ethnically diverse population.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
The territory of what today is Argentina was first inhabited by numerous indigenous people. The first white settlers came during the period of Spanish colonization, beginning in the 16th century. Following independence from Spain in the 19th century and well into the 20th century, numerous migration waves took place, with Argentina being the second most popular destination for migrants in the early 20th century, after the United States.
Europe, my roots.
¿Qué país te gusta?
Italia,
¿Por qué?
por la cultura que es bastante similar al...
Most of these migrants came from Europe. Most modern-day Argentines are descendants of these 19th and 20th century immigrants, with about 97% of the population being of full or partial European ancestry, while an estimated 56% have some indigenous or mestizo ancestry, and 4 to 5% have some African or mulatto ancestry. Brazil has 217 million people. It's more diverse with its population. Brazilian society is made up of a confluence of people of indigenous, Portuguese, and African descent. Other major significant groups include Italians, Spaniards, Germans, Lebanese, and Japanese. Note that the biggest Lebanese community outside of Lebanon is in Brazil. 3. Size. Argentina and Brazil are the two largest countries in South America. Argentina has an area of approximately 2.78 million square kilometers, while Brazil is much larger, with an area of approximately 8.51 million square kilometers. This means that Brazil is more than 3 times larger than Argentina. Argentina is the 8th largest country in the world by area.
You've got mountains, deserts.
And Brazil is the 5th largest country. Brazil is so big by area that by excluding Russia, it's bigger than the whole of Europe. 4. Safety.
Wow, an unexpected fight.
Argentina is safer and cleaner in general.
The good and bad sides of Brazil. I love this country, but there's also this dangerous side. That was just a massive fight, a lot of gangs.
I'm from Brazil.
I definitely felt safer in Argentina than I do in Brazil.
Qué bonita. Gracias, mano.
I'm from Argentina, from Buenos Aires. It's a good country.
I feel like I can walk around with my phone anywhere and I don't have to worry too much. In Brazil, I'm always calculating the situation. I don't walk around with my phone without scanning my surroundings, and I'm just paying a lot more attention in Brazil than I do in Argentina. Brazil has the 15th highest ranking of murders, with 28 murders per 100,000 of population. Argentina has the 88th highest ranking of murders, with 5 murders per 100,000 of population. Big difference. The gap has still narrowed in recent years due to a decrease in criminality in Brazil. In general, Argentina has a lower crime rate, but both countries have regions with their own safety considerations for sure. So you have to check where you're going in the countries and do your research.
Safety is an issue in Brazil.
Still, the safest country in South America is the tiny laid-back country of Uruguay.
Welcome to Uruguay.
None of the two giants can compare to Uruguay when it comes to safety. Here you can feel very safe. 5. Nature. Brazil has better beaches and Argentina has bigger mountains. As I always say, Brazil is not a country. It's a world within another. Spectacular nation.
This is my first time trying Brazilian pizza. Is it better than Italian pizza? So every slice in Brazil is different.
Brazil is home to 60% of the Amazon rainforest, which hosts approximately 1/10 of all species in the world. Brazil is bursting with spectacular national parks and jaw-dropping landscapes. Every region is very diverse. It would take me hours and hours to describe the otherworldly landscapes in Brazil. Foz do Iguaçu, massive waterfalls that I enjoyed visiting so much.
Iguaçu.
The Argentine south is freezing cold, northern Brazil is freaking hot, but most people live in regions with good weather in both countries. Argentina is also very diverse. Each part of the country offers a different ecosystem, from the tropics to the Andes, waterfalls to glaciers, and various species of wildlife in between. Argentina has the tallest mountain in the Western Hemisphere, Cerro Aconcagua. Both countries are must-see destination for nature lovers. 6. Culture. Argentina to the Brazilians is synonymous of elegance, formality, classic beauty, asardo, mate, and equality. And add tango also. They love to dance tango in Argentina. Brazil to the Argentinians is synonymous of fun, festivities, sun and sea, nature, and suntan lotion. However, only 27% of Brazilians live on the coast, so Brazil is much more than that.
Vamos.
Still, if you meet people in Sao Paulo, they will still be open for a party and be very friendly. The Brazilian spirit.
It's beautiful.
But yeah, each city in Brazil is different. You have cities in the south, you have Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, you have cities in the north. They all have their own appeal to it, and this is very important to note when you visit Brazil. None of the places are the same.
So picturesque, so colorful, really beautiful.
I would also say it's in a way easier to make friends in Brazil as people are slightly more open. You might meet a guy on the street randomly and you become best friends straight away and you're invited for a big barbecue with all of his family. This is less likely to happen in the same way in Argentina. Anyway, people in Argentina are also extremely warm if we compare to Europe.
Vamos, Argentina!
And especially my native region, Scandinavia. Both countries have beautiful culture and so many different aspects to it. Both countries have one thing in common. They are both late. Brazil is also known for the vibrant music and dance scene, including samba and bossa nova.
Brazil!
Argentina, on the other hand, is famous for tango music and dance. 7. Sports. Now it's getting spicy. Argentina and Brazil have met 110 times in official football matches. Brazil has won 43 to Argentina's 41, with 26 ending all square. This is one of the biggest rivalries on the international stage. Brazil has won more World Cups in football with 5 compared to Argentina's 3. So yes, Brazil is the World Cup football king country. However, Argentina has actually won more if we count the Copa Americas. Then we can also go into the discussion of Pelé and Maradona. Anyway, I'll stay out of that. Who do you think is the greatest? Both countries are massive sports lovers.
This is the most important person in Argentina, with Maradona, of course. You know Messi.
Anyway, 8. Mentality. I could be wrong on this one, but these are my observations.
I'm not sure.
Argentinians are more passionate into their belief, ideology, football team, preferred rock band and so on. And they are more present on everyday life than in Brazil. To the level that different positions can break up family relations. While in Brazil, even though they discuss a lot of these topics, they usually don't reach the conflicting level.
Brazil.
Brazilians are more open in the social life, while Argentinians tend to stick to their social groups from early life.
The oldest university in Argentina.
School friends especially. Brazilians call everybody friends, even people they just met from playing football on the beach. They can call anyone to a birthday party at home, mixing all social circles. Argentinians are slightly more restrict. They usually don't just invite home, just the very close people. Also, if you look at social economical drama that both societies often go through, Argentinians tend to suffer more with the impact of each crisis in personal life.
What I don't like from Argentina is the economy. We have been suffering for more than 20 years.
While Argentina is in a crisis, they suffer a lot, and when it's in a boost, they enjoy a lot, eating good steak and wine, traveling all around the globe. Brazilians are more positive and optimistic in a crisis. Brazilians love making jokes out of a dramatic situation.
My name is Gustavo.
My name is Gustavo.
Nice to meet you.
They are always up for good fun. They are just optimistic and deceived by nature. Yes in Argentina means yes. In Brazil, since the word no is rarely used, yes means yes and maybe means not in a million years. It seems that Brazilians are overly diplomatic. Being direct in Brazil is rude. Argentinians are a bit more direct than Brazilians. There's this beautiful saying that Argentinians truly appreciate the book and Brazilians are waiting for the film based on the book. Both people are terrible in arriving on time. Brazilians blame the traffic and Argentinians blame life. 9. Behavior. If we look at social behavior, most of Argentines are shy people. They don't like to show off too much and prefer to keep things to themselves. Most of Brazilians are quite open and really like to show their mind to everyone. When it comes to football, Brazilians love football and this is their favorite pub conversation. In Argentina, football is the most important thing ever. Your club is like your ID, so people follow their club on daily basis. When it comes to romantic relations, Brazilians go straight away if they like each other. They just go for it and see what happens. Argentinians are a bit more conservative about relationships. Argentines are also very open, but they are still a bit more conservative about relationships than Brazilians in my opinion. If we look at work behavior, Argentinians are quite serious about work. They want everything in good order and don't admit lack of discipline inside work. Brazilians are more relaxed about that and are not much worried about the details. When it comes to punctuality, both are similar on that. 20 minutes late is not really late. When it comes to corruption, Brazilians get stressed about hearing about corruption, so they prefer to ignore it and keep going on with their lives. Argentines get mad with corruption, so they love to discuss about that to share opinions. 10. In common. These two countries have a lot in common. They share the South American continent. They speak a Latin-based language, and they share a lot of similar culture. They love their meats, they love their families, they love coffee. Actually, their rivalry doesn't extend much out of football games or other sports. Brazilians go to Argentina and they are very welcome there. The same have I heard from all Argentinians who went to Brazil.
¿Qué país te gusta?
Me gusta Brasil.
¿Por qué?
El ambiente, como la gente, me gusta mucho.
These were some of the biggest differences between Brazil and Argentina. Very hard to make because I love both countries. Do you agree or disagree with any of the things I said? Please comment below. Which country do you prefer? Leave all your comments. Remember to subscribe to Gus and the Go. See you guys.